Folks, I'm joined right now, one of the most talented actors of all time, Nicholas Hammond, right here, Super Mega Fest. Nicholas, how do you like being here today in Framingham?
I am just loving being here. Everybody here is so nice, and they're so interesting, and they've all got great questions. And, you know, they know so much about the shows that I've been in that it's a pleasure talking to them all. I'm really having a great day.
You've done so many iconic television shows and movies. We saw about The Sound of Music. We're talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Tell us about that with Quentin Tarantino, the new movie that just came out.
Well, you know, working with Quentin Tarantino is one of the great joys of life, I think, for any actor, whether it's Brad Pitt or Leo or Margot Robbie or myself. We all agreed, working on the film, that it was just one of the highlights of our lives. Quentin is a generous, kind, extremely talented, giving man, and you just want to cut off your arms for the guy. And everybody brings their A game when they work with Quentin, and I think the movie shows it. I think the movie is really a great piece of work, and I think it'll live on, you know, the way Sound of Music has and some of the other things I've done. And the new DVD coming out next month is going to have 6 scenes on it that no one's seen before, and I think for anybody who's a fan of Quentin Tarantino, it is well worth getting.
And you did an iconic episode of The Brady Bunch. Remember that? How was that experience like?
That was so fun. And Maureen McCormick and I still talk about it, and we cannot believe how famous that episode has become and why everybody loves it as much as they do. But they do, and it was a blast to do. And I love her, and I love being on the show. So again, having the opportunity to work on The Brady Bunch, which was such an iconic American series, you know, I've had a very fortunate career.
And everybody remembers you as the iconic Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man to come on CBS all over the world, the movies in the late 70s. This is incredible. You can see right here, folks, by the pictures. You have that awesome wristwatch, you know what I mean? This is before CGI. This is before all of that. Long before. You got picked to be Spider-Man by Stan Lee and Marvel Comics, which was an incredible honor. Tell us about that experience of the television show and series.
Well, I love doing the show, and as you say, we didn't have any special effects. We didn't have any computer-generated stuff. We had to do it all for real. When you see a guy go up the side of a building, he's really going up the side of a building. I did a lot of the high stuff on the tops of buildings. I didn't do the stuff with the climbs. We had someone for that. But I had that Spider-Man suit on as often as I could so I could interact with the other actors, play the scenes with them. And we wanted to make Peter Parker as real a guy as we possibly could. So that's what I was trying to do, was make him real.
What do you think about the legacy of Spider-Man right now? The movies and everything came out. You're the one who started it, and then we had all the movies that come out. And what do you think about what they've done with the Spider-Man since then?
They've done a great job. I mean, you're right. I did create the character, but it just keeps building and building and building. And I think Andrew Garfield was great in the role. I think Tom Holland was great in the role. I think everybody finds their own way of bringing something special to Peter Parker. And I now feel like kind of Peter Parker's dad, and these are all my children. Each one gets their own opportunity to play the role. But I will always be honored that I was allowed to create the character of Peter Parker. So for me, that will always be something I will be very, very grateful for.
And so are we. We want to thank you so much for your time. It is an honor. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Hammond.